I swear down Luna's top 5, if not top 3.
Oh, Luna's number 2! No, Luna's number 2. Imagine if we had the mind of a dog. It's all very simple. Eat, sleep, play, love.
Well, Spike's full name is Spike Lee Jones Milligan Stevens.
Oh, see, I was embarrassed to give a surname. And when we went to the vet, they were like, Zedekiah Oliver? And I was like, it's not my daughter.
This episode contains strong language and themes of an adult nature, which we all love. They're the best forms of nature. Mimi, come here.
Come here, Zeddy Zed. You're the star of this show.
Come here.
Come
No,
here.
this way. No, not that way.
Come on, you gorgeous thing. The theme for this week's Listen Bitch, if you haven't guessed it already, is dogs.
There you are. Good girl.
This is so fun. This is like Blue Peter. This is like Gardener's World. They do all their presenting with dogs. Have you seen my dog? Have you seen Zeddy?
Yeah, I've seen... Mickey, you've asked me if I've seen Zeddy 4 times.
You just don't seem enamoured with her enough. Look at this gorgeous
She's
canine.
gorgeous, yes.
Look at this gorgeous
She's very,
canine.
very cute. She looks Swedish.
Grimmy calls her Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
So this is Mimi. We don't have Spike today.
Spike's there, but I can't get him to jump up on shit. He doesn't care.
I love the way Mimi does this with her paw. She's so elegant. Okay, we'll go into these beautiful little furry friends that make our lives so much better. Let's have our first question. I really do feel like we're on Blue Peter. Let's have our first question for this week's Listen Bitch.
Hi Miquita, hi Jordan, Molly here. I'm a long-time listener of the podcast and now first-time voice note sender. I'm down in West Sussex with my miniature Dachshund Val. You can probably hear. My question is, people always say dogs end up resembling their owners, but do you think that's because we pick one with our same energy or because they slowly turn into us the longer they love us? Thanks, guys. Bye.
Deep question. I've really thought about this a lot since Zeddy's got so pretty. I'm like, did I?
It's me.
I am so gorgeous. Or like when people go, God, she's so beautiful. I'm like, thank you. Like I gave birth to this dog, which I didn't. But I definitely got a honey-coloured dog, probably to resemble my hair colour. Is that ridiculous? Yeah, no, that's the truth. That is the truth.
I don't know about it. I really see it a lot. I see it a lot, especially walking at dogs. You see dogs and their owners and you're like, that's fucking wild.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not all the time, but I think sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes it's literal, like physically literal. I mean, some people think that about me and Spike, but other times it's probably like on a deeper level. Spike had a go at a dog the other day, which was a tiny little like dachshund, and the owner was a fucking massive bodybuilder. And I was like, what is this dog reflecting in this bodybuilder's life? Because it's not physical. Like, that's not the physical dog.
And what about your journey with Spike? How did Spike come into your life? Because I went and got Zeddy.
Yeah, no, they're both rescues. Spike's a rescue, Mimi's a rescue. Spike's from Macedonia, Mimi's from Romania. The thing with Spike is, some people do think we look similar, but he's very calm and chill and tolerant. The calm, chill thing, there's a part of me that's like that. Definitely not all the time. No, actually, there is like me, because when Spike goes out into the fields with other dogs, he's hyper as fuck. It's just when he gets into the house, he calms down.
That does sound very familiar.
Yeah. So maybe we do. But the thing that I've most noticed in Spike and myself is, before I got Mimi, who's a little bit more wild, I'd say, Spike, I didn't even have a lead on Spike. He used to just walk everywhere with me off the lead. Like we would just chill together. And if we went to somewhere like a cafe, he would just wander off and sit with another family. Like he just goes, he has no stress about any human. He's like, oh, hey, what are you up to? He'll just go up to anybody. And I think that's quite like me.
Yeah, you've literally said that about yourself before.
But Mimi's not like that. But what's interesting is obviously me and Jade got Mimi. And Mimi's quite a lot like Jade.
Interesting.
She'll bark at a person if they're new. Obviously, Jade doesn't bark, but she'll kind of quietly bark in the sense of, you have to earn Jade's trust. You have to earn Mimi's trust. Whereas with Spike and me, we're just there like, hey, what are you up to? You want to do something?
What are you saying? I love that. So it must be nature over nurture. I mean, the other one, nurture over nature.
I don't know. But I do love rescues. Apparently, I don't know if you heard this, but apparently I didn't know this when I rescued Spike, but like black dogs are the least adopted dog. Isn't that mad?
It's terrible.
Especially after what we were saying about pigeons.
Yeah, quite.
I think Spike is fucking gorgeous.
He is gorgeous.
But apparently, yeah, they're the last quite often the last to be adopted.
Don't. Zeddy's not a rescue. Is that terrible?
It's not terrible.
Okay.
I think I would definitely recommend rescues. But I just want to say that for some people, rescue experience is difficult. And like, just to be very clear, when I rescued Spike, one of the conditions from the rescue centre in Macedonia was, if this doesn't work out, we will pick him up again in 3 months.
Oh, wow.
They literally give you the guarantee. They're like, you know, if he can't adjust, obviously they vet you first. They check that you're in a position.
But that's for the dog as well, right? Like if the dog is not happy and yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Well, this one is Zeddy's like a Cocker Spaniel show. So she's very like, I'm going to put you down. I'm going to put you down. She's very like obedient, like a bit like a soldier. She's very like, foot down. Yes, what next move? Which I love. I think we might go to Crufts one day. She's very cruftsy.
Yeah, my dogs are not cruftsy. Like these lot will get distracted with a piece of chicken in no time. Have you ever seen a video of the dog just eating all the treats in the Crufts challenge? That is both my dogs.
Do you think you look like Spike? Because you do a bit. He's got quite a long face,
do you think?
And so do you, and the same sort of nose.
Okay, I'll take that. I think Spike's really gorgeous, so that's nice to hear. But Mimi's brindle, which is a bit mixed race, you know?
Yeah, JD.
Yeah, same as Jade. But I think she might also be the, what's it called in the pack? What's it in the pack when you're like the
runt?
The runt. I feel like she's the runt.
Was the runt.
Because I remember seeing a picture of the puppies in the rescue centre, and she was the only brindle one. So I was like, that one.
That one. Seb said to me, get the little runt. I'm like, thank fuck he said that to me. All right, let's have another question. Sorry if this is very sickly sweet.
I can't remember what that question was.
Do you look like your dog? Yes, I hope so is my answer. I hope so.
Hey Keith, hey Jordan, it's just Harriet calling in again from South East London. I'm so excited for this week's topic of dogs. I'm a massive dog lover. When I was a child, my favourite movie was Beethoven. They also brought out some sequels as well, but it just affirmed my love for Saint Bernard dogs. I've been obsessed with them since I was a child. I've always wanted one. However, what's always putting me off wanting to get one is obviously the massive mountains of poo that they would do. They're not going to be doing little pellets. They're going to be like massive mountains of poo. So shoveling that up every day would be a massive chore. And also the slobber probably would put me off as well. But I just wanted to know, what is your favourite breed of dog? And yeah, what has put you off in the past, maybe getting one? Love you both. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, babe. Why didn't I get one before? I think probably I've been looking after myself for a really long time. Since I was like 16 and, and I don't have a kid. So I was very wary of how well I would look after something, just as simple as that. I didn't know whether I could look after something that wasn't just myself. And that's one of the reasons I got her, because I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, you're 40 years old. It was really good as well because I didn't plan on when I got her, but I did happen to get her the month before I turned 40. And so I feel like she's like going to be part of this decade with me. She was also like the month we started Miss Me, I got her. That was also a bit of an accident. So it feels like this whole chapter she's been like the backbone of it. Losing my flat, like she went through that with me, obviously. Yeah. I think also, and this is actually maybe a bit silly, but I think the idea of loving something so much and knowing that it will die used to scare me. And I read this interview. Yeah. But I read this interview with James Middleton, Kate Middleton's brother in the Times. And he said, a dog will only break your heart once, the day it dies. And I think I've been scared of that loss. But then I was like, that's literally...
Well, he's clearly not had a dog with any illness problems or anything.
Well, quite. No, he's lost 4 dogs.
I think the most, my biggest kind of breakdown was last year. Spike, I can't remember what the issue was, but I could see his eyes go. I had people over and then they went and he was acting really odd. And I was like, what's going on with Spike, man? This is crazy. And he looked like he was in this tense kind of stressed state. And then I asked him to come to me and he didn't, which was unusual. And then he looked at me and his eyes just rolled and he just he just passed out. And Miquita, the panic I felt, I rung the nearest vet because I wasn't signed up to one at the time, like a local one. We had just moved in maybe a year. And I was like, I need to get this dog to the A&E like now. And they were like, they wondered if it had a seizure or something. They asked me to turn all the lights off. But Miquita, I was in floods of tears. I can't explain to you how immediately I felt like I couldn't bear the idea of losing Spike in that moment. So I got in the car. He like stumbled into the car. He was so disorientated. I got him to the vet.
Oh, baby, he was disoriented. Oh, poor.
He didn't know where he was at all. The vet's like, we're going to keep him overnight. You got to come back tomorrow. Oh my God, I got in. Mimi's looking for Spike when I come in. She's looking around the corner I was just broken. I was absolutely broken. So.
And you had to spend that night at home not knowing what was going on, not knowing how he'd be.
Oh, mate. No idea. And they I can't remember what it ended up being. I think it was an issue with his ear, actually. I think there was like a sequence of things that had happened, but it was just that immediate that worry and just I couldn't
hold it.
Jade was in Newcastle. She was like, shall I come home? Shall I get on a train back? And I was like, maybe we hold fire. And obviously a much more a vet kind of reassured me the next morning that let's just see how he feels. Let me know how he is in 12 hours, and he was okay. But yeah, man, proper shock. And it is heartbreaking. Yeah. My dad had to put his dog down, and I've got a tattoo of that dog on me. At least to look after him for months at a time. And my dad was broken. It's a part. Oh God. It's a massive part of it, dude. It's a massive part of it, but that is a testament to how much we can love,
and that's life, right? Like literally, like with human beings. I was thinking, like, imagine if I was like too worried to love Garfield too much because I know he'll die one day. Like, there's the lesson of life. Like, do we let ourselves love, even though loss is a part of love?
Yeah, massively.
It's actually making me feel really emotional because it's that like you can't hold those experiences, that experience of that deep love with an animal or a human being. You can't hold that from your experience in life because you're scared of the pain, because like pain is life.
I agree. And I really fucking mean this from the bottom of my soul. Like, I think if a person can afford to, because it is tough, and have the time to love a dog or build a relationship with an animal in that way, it's so worth it, man. Like, for me, it was me and Spike pretty much for lockdown, and I honestly don't know what I would have done without Spike. Firstly, he got me outside because obviously there was weird rules about like walking the dog, which just meant I could be out for longer, maybe, I don't know. But
yeah, I think you could.
There was just this moment where I didn't have a phone on me and the world had stopped and the beach was empty. I was in Margate and it was just me and Spike, and it was that first lockdown. It was super sunny. And I was sat there and Spike was in the water, and I remember he was bouncing around in the water, and he ran back and he grabbed my shoe and was just throwing my shoe around, and just this joy. And I felt this moment where I was just like, this might be the most connected I felt to the world ever.
Wow.
Like I can't explain. Like, this dog is just so happy, and I'm happy, even though there's so much reason to be concerned. And I can't ever forget that. I can't ever forget that. And that's why we need the world around us to show us that feeling.
I saw you looking at Spike or Mimi just now, and this like wave comes over you. And when I was looking it up, because they were saying something about like the way that we look at our dogs, like it brings euphoria, and that connection of them looking back at us, like it literally does you have a physical reaction of euphoria.
Yeah.
And you just can't deny it. You can't look at your dog and not just be like like they melt you.
But they think that about you as well.
Yeah, it's their complete love for you.
They love you. They love you. They love your smell. They love you when you get home. It's so beautiful.
Martha Stewart said,
you could call it roofphoria.
No, that was good. Don't be shy. What did you say? We could call it
roofphoria.
Roofphoria. Oh, woofphoria.
Sorry. Please carry on.
Yeah, we'll do Martha Stewart. She said, if you want to be happy for 5 years, get married. If you want to be happy for 10 years, get a dog. If you want to be happy for your life, get a garden.
This is Martha Stewart?
Yeah, you got both.
She cheated on her husband, right?
Oh, fuck off.
They both cheated on each other.
Yeah.
They literally both cheated on each other. It's one of my favourite clips from that documentary.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, shout out Martha Stewart, by the way. She's a fucking G. And she got done dirty, bruv.
Fuck yeah.
She got done fucking dirty by all these little criminal inside trader bastards who tried to put all that shit on her. Shout out Martha Stewart to the end, bruv.
Don't worry, she won. She won.
She did
Let's
win.
have another question about our little doggy doodles. Dogs are doodles.
Hi, Miquita and Jordan. This is Sue from Buckinghamshire. For my tea last night, I had a Taco Bell. No shame, please. I needed it. Also, I found out from last week's podcast that I'm a Life Path 3. Never even heard of that, but that blew my mind. Anyway, going to try and keep it quick. But I want to ask you about dog names. So I think it's really hilarious and funny and brilliant to give your dogs human names. My dogs' names are Kevin and Alan, and I would like to know how you feel about that. Do you think you should give them like cutesy little dogs like Fifi, Fluffy, all of that? Or do you think human names are better? Because I think human names are better. I've also got 2 cats that are called Doris and Prudence. Anyway, love you guys. Love the podcast. Thanks so much.
It's hilarious that her example of a dog name is Fifi, and I like literally just know a human called Fifi.
I know 3.
I want this guy. If we could give like an award out, like a Miss Me, like pen or something, I'd give that to Kevin and Alan as dog names. Is fucking goated. That is top tier, next to Roy, Neville.
Kevin Allen. Really, for dogs' names, Kevin Allen is actually Lily's uncle's name, Kevin Allen.
Ruth.
I don't know. Ruth is too far.
Olivia.
Ruth and Olivia are too far. I get the Kevins and the Allens and the Roys.
What do you mean Ruth is too far? What the fuck do you mean?
You've got a dog, Ruth.
Why not?
It's just too much of a human woman's name, I feel.
That's the whole point.
No, but like it makes sense. Like Alan, I knew someone with a dog called Alan, and I thought that was really great.
Tony.
Yeah, but my dog's called Zeddy, right? But
yeah, it's a dog name.
Not another dog I know. It is a dog name, but it's not a common one.
Well, I wouldn't call a human Zeddy. Would you call a human Zeddy? I think anything with E at the end is a bit questionable as a human name. Like it sounds like an abbreviation. That's got to be a nickname.
Yeah.
You can't birth someone with a nickname.
I call everyone like Sebby, Groovy. So I went. Have I told this story? Tell me if I'll say it, and then if I have, we'll just have to cut it out. I went
Priscilla.
on a walk after the. Oh, shut up! Just throwing dog names at me. I went to the Arsenal game with Garth a few years ago, and then we were walking back through Stokey, and we went to the cemetery because, interestingly, all four of Garfield's grandparents are buried next to each other in Abney Park Cemetery in Stokey, which is really like unusual. And so we went to see them, and his grandfather was called Zedekiah, and I was like, that's quite a good name for a dog.
What a beautiful name.
Yeah, Zedekiah. So Zeddy's name is actually Zedekiah, and then like Zed, which I like, Zed.
Zed's dope.
But I do end up calling her fucking Zeddy, and that's such a dog name. Zeddy.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's the same for any dog. I'm a big fan of this human name thing. I went viral on TikTok a couple of years ago because I made a comment on one particular dog name, and I'm going to bring that back up. I'm going to bring it back up now because it's an epidemic.
What if it doesn't go viral this time, Jordan?
No, I'm just saying it caused a conversation because my point was proven, and some people. I'll tell you. Okay, how about this? Do you know the most popular dog names?
Oh, I would probably say no, but you tell me.
I know like 8 dogs called Luna.
Yes.
I know 8 to 10 dogs called Luna. Luna is an unbelievably popular dog name. And apparently...
And Inca.
No, not Inca.
Yes, James Middleton and Ben Fogle both have dogs called Inca.
Okay, those are like really niche people for a start. 2 upper middle class, like what the fuck are you talking about?
That's who the Times interviewed.
Yeah, they probably did fucking history at Cambridge. I don't know what the fuck. Inca, the fuck?
I feel like the same kind of people call their dogs Luna, but okay.
They really don't. That's really untrue. Luna transcends class. It's fucking insane. People think Luna's... Right, hippies call it Luna because of the moon, right? But people who liked Harry Potter call their dogs Luna. So that's a whole other generation. People who want to name their kids Luna but don't think it's human enough, so they name their dog Luna. Like it is, if their dog's black, they think it's like a dark moon, Luna. If a dog's white, they think it's like a white moon, Luna. Everyone, like Luna is
Luna's killing it in the
it
dog
is
game.
Luna. It is honestly. I've never heard Luna shouted more. I would confidently go to a dog park now, shout Luna, like 4 dogs would.
Nat, can you find out officially? This is Jordan's official.
No,
Can we
I'll
find
tell you
out
what they are. I'll tell you what they are.
Okay, but let's find out what comes up on Google.
Nala,
Oh yeah, that's quite a good name. Yeah, that's quite good.
Rollo, Milo.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of Milos. Oh, do you know what? There's a lot of Oscars.
Oscars are, I'd say, mildly common, but I swear down Luna's top 5, if not top 3.
Oh, Luna's number
See?
2, bitch.
See?
No, Luna's number 2. What's number 1, Nat? What? Oh, fuck off.
Poppy is, but listen, there's a lot of poppies, but I personally know 8 Lunas. I don't know 1 poppy. Charlie.
Sure, Charlie and
Charlie's,
Max. Yeah.
There's another one that they always call like bigger dogs. What is it? They always call them fucking
I knew a dog called Rio, which I liked him.
the bulldoggy ones. What do they call them? They've always got this Rocky.
Oh yeah, Rocky.
Rocky has gotta be
but you
up
know
there,
what? I
bruv.
think Rocky's a little bit 2 generations ago. I think it's a little older now. It's more late 90s, early noughties. That was the name of a dog. Rocky.
What's the best dog name you've heard?
I really like that Grimmy's dog is called Pig.
Pig was cool.
Pig was good.
Yeah.
Is Pig still with us? She's still with us. And then his other dog's called Stinky Blob, which I was like, Grimmy, come on.
I knew a dog called Hey Boy.
Hey boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Do you know what? I really took the responsibility of naming a dog. I took it quite seriously, and I really enjoyed it. And I love having something in my life that I came up with a name of, and it knows it's its name now. And when it hears that name,
Yeah, the sounds. I know.
it knows it's her. She knows.
Well, Spike's full name is Spike Lee Jones Milligan Stevens.
Oh, see, I was embarrassed to give a surname. And when we went to the vet, they were like, Zedekiah Oliver. And I was like, that's just fucking stupid. It's not my daughter. So I gave her Prince, which is like my nanny's name, which is a great surname, which I wish I got.
I was going to be called Spike.
Oh.
Yeah. And then Mimi was named by Jade. Mimi's named after a character in Rent, I think.
So Jade. Of course she is.
Let's have a break.
Shall we? Jordan, you can have whatever you want. This is your time. And this is your space.
Remember, you can listen back to every episode of Miss Me ever created on BBC Sounds.
Last week we talked about whether black people truly did invent veganism.
In an amalgamation, we don't actually specifically discuss that, but we talk about black history and veganism.
Exactly.
Hello, Miss Me viewers. I'm Anushka Matanda-Doughty, and I'm dropping in to tell you about my podcast, Fame Under Fire. When celebrities find themselves in the firing line, which is often, whether it's a lawsuit or a scandal, we are going to debunk, fact-check, interrogate, and answer your questions. So if you love being in the know about the latest celebrity stories and getting to the truth behind them, then I think you'll really enjoy Fame Under Fire. You can listen on BBC Sounds.
Welcome back.
To what?
Miss Me.
Do you want to ask her another question? Darling, I'd love to know what more people want to know about the world of canines.
Can we have another question?
Hi, Miquita and Jordan. My name's Fee and I'm a gardener in Sheffield. Last night for tea, I had a pumpkin curry and then I just whipped up this carrot, coconut chutney. Really glad that you're doing dogs for this week's Miss Me. It couldn't have come at a better time because I'm actually rescuing a puppy and we get her on Saturday. We're bringing her home on Saturday. So I just wanted to know, I keep speaking to different dog trainers and they keep giving me loads of different advice. But I know, Jordan, that you've rescued dogs, and Miquita, you've had Zed since a puppy. So yeah, I just wanted to know what would be the thing that I should do in the first few days. How should I act around the puppy? Is there anything in any particular advice that you think is like really important for the first few days. Thank you.
Thank you, Fee. I love that Fee called Zeddy Zed with such like familiarity. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like that dog is called something.
I am overwhelmed with a feel. Like, do you know how sick it is that like these questions are speaking about me specifically? like me and you, and then they say hi, Miquita and Jordan. How great is that? You've been doing this for years. What a lovely feeling.
I know, it must be so fun, isn't it?
And they know stuff about our lives and shit. It's fucking sick.
I know. Well, they hear us wag on every week, twice a week.
I'm just really enamored by that. But go on, what were we going to say about Fee? She knows Zed personally.
I was going to say she knows Zed, and her question was, right. Do you know what? And every parent of a child would be like, you don't even fucking know. But I have to say the first week of Zed, maybe the first month, was harrowing. It was really like lots of conflicting information. Like Iona's mum, Roslyn, was like, you've got to put her in a cage and you've got to sleep in the other room. You've got to listen to her cry it out. I was like, okay. I did that for like 20 minutes, could not handle it. So I ended up the first week sleeping on the floor on cushions next to Zeddy's cage. That was like quite intense. I was like, what the fuck have I done? I don't think I can handle this. And then also, there was 1 week where I thought Zeddy's eyes looked really evil. And I suddenly thought that I'd like let this like dark spirit into my life, and I couldn't control it. But actually that was like a manifestation of my fear of responsibility. That was quite an intense week.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, she's a demon. And I just looked at her differently for about 24 hours. It really freaked me out, but I was that was what terror was doing. And I was like, step the fuck up and raise this dog right.
I want to give some advice though, because I did rescue 2 dogs. It was slightly different to this woman because, I mean, Spike was 1.5 years when he came. Mimi was maybe 9 months, 8 or 9 months. So there was a bit of fostering beforehand on both. So perhaps it was slightly different in experience. Mimi, anybody who met Mimi at the beginning to now, she's a different dog. But my advice is, from what I've experienced, and I'm not like a dog trainer, but what I did do was I didn't change my life too much for the dogs. This is what seems to have happened. I did this with Spike and Mimi, right? So some people, when Mimi was really nervous with new people, they would say to you that I would change how I am social in order to serve Mimi.
Right,
that would be the recommended thing, like put her in a cage when people are around, or cover the cage, or whatever the fuck it is. And, we can try those things, but ultimately I didn't change that. I brought people over, and if Mimi was scared, I just let her go upstairs. I didn't force her to be there, but I didn't stop people coming over. I didn't tell people. The only thing I'll say is don't look at her. Just leave her to be. Don't think you have to win her over.
So the other option would have been to sort of pander to her fear and anxiety.
I personally don't agree with pandering. I think, look, with Spike, again, he's great with people. Loads of things he was confused. He used to shit everywhere when I first had him. At one point, he pissed on an entire pile of washing that I had in my room. Like he didn't understand where things were, but it's the response, If I'm putting clear moments where I'm like, that isn't, he can tell, they can pick up on the energy, No, don't do that, move them away from the place where it happened.
Okay, now I need your advice then. I need to get better at leaving Zeddy here. He's just said, because I said to Garth, but like that, she's going to get stressed.
You're supposed to leave them, come back, and not act as if it was a big deal.
Yes, okay.
If you come back in and you're like, oh my God, they think it's this, oh my God, that was so stressful. I'm like, nah, boss, it's a few hours, you're calm, bro. Just go into like your little presence, They're all Buddhist, these dogs, man. They're in the moment, bruv. They're just there, just lying there, just by the door.
I think that's actually why we love being close to dogs. It's not just like a centuries old thing. It's about, imagine if we had the mind of a dog. It's all very simple. Eat, sleep, play, love.
But I will say, you build up a communication, like anything, like any human, like any living thing, you have to build up a constant communication backwards and forwards. If your dog doesn't like, some dogs, there's a limit. You can't leave dogs, I don't think, for more than, let's say, like 6 hours, 4, 5, 6 hours. That's not great. Another big reason I got 2 dogs was so they have each other. I didn't like leaving Spike on his own.
When I was with my mum, it was really great that she had like 2 other dogs there. It was just like, oh yeah, have a fucking good time.
But Spike used to eat socks when I went out. He used to eat whole socks. like when I was gone, because he had separation anxiety, but he's got better.
Oh, bless him.
I know.
Aristotle actually would beg to differ. He said that the animals lacked reason, thought, and belief, and that animals rightfully ranked far below humans in the great chain of being. I don't know about that. I'm sorry. I actually would counteract that, Aristotle. I don't think they lack thought.
Humans having a superiority complex has been very detrimental to our success as a species.
Should we have a final question then, darling?
Yes, please.
Hey, Miquita and Jordan. Loving the podcast. I'm Claire from Bristol. So they always say that dogs are really good for your mental health. So when I was discharged from a period of time spent in a psychiatric unit a couple of years ago, my parents decided that maybe getting a dog would be a good idea. But I actually find that having a dog negatively impacts my mental health, because I find that I overthink everything and I'm constantly worried all the time. Does the fact that having a dog has negatively impacted my mental health, does that make me a bad person? I know, Jordan, you've said in the past that you don't really understand people that don't like dogs, and I appear to be one of these people. I wondered if you do really think that people that don't like dogs are bad people.
So just for clarity, I stand by saying I don't understand people who don't like dogs, but I definitely did not ever say that people who don't like dogs are bad people. I don't believe in that kind of binary outlook. And also, if I'm being honest, it doesn't sound as if the issue is that whether or not you like dogs. It's the issue is that you are struggling to not hyper focus on your responsibility as a carer for a dog when you are also caring for yourself, which is completely understandable. I want to be very clear about that. It's a big responsibility with dogs, and it does not work with everybody. And if you feel like that's too much whilst also taking care of yourself, that is completely fine. That is quite a responsible place to be in, because there are also people who are probably in over their heads looking after a dog and don't consider that. So I just want to really clarify the level of awareness and actually compassion that you are showing by even leaving that message.
Yeah, I think people do take it, well, I hope people don't take it too lightly. Having anything to look after that has a beating heart and and an ability to feel pain and fear. Like it's a big old deal, and I didn't take it lightly. So
yeah, and look, I just, like I say, it differs between people. There are dogs that I've walked with on the beach in Margate and stuff, and I can tell that the owner's struggling. I've had to look for dogs that have gone because they haven't quite got the recall thing, or they're very anxious. There's loads of challenges that come with it. It's definitely not a one size fits all. I love dogs. I'm obviously biased in that, and I will say, just as a flip side, to the same extent that it hasn't worked out for the listener personally with their own mental health struggles, I do of course know of examples of people who have been lifted out of their mental health struggles from having dogs, which is why I've mentioned it.
Yeah,
mainly because dogs encourage you to leave the house in the morning. A 20-minute walk.
That's a very good point.
That's literally it.
Yeah, get you outside.
I have a personal example of it, where someone very close to me was going through a really tough time. I would spend time with them and they would struggle to really talk about how they felt without crying and breaking down, and it was very much a paralyzing depth of sadness that was going on, which is tough to get out of. For anybody who's gone through depressive cycles, it's really, really, really difficult to get out of. And at the time, me and Jade were quite busy, and we literally said, take the dogs, 2 months, just take them.
Both of them.
Yeah. I saw this person again 2 months later, and unrecognizable. Unrecognizable, because they were leaving the house every morning to walk the dogs, and they became obsessed with walking in nature. And there's other benefits to that. Of course, it's not centered around it, but for them personally, their body changed, their mindset changed, they felt more focused, more driven. And then we got these dogs back, and it was really, really quite something. So I'm just adding balance to it, because obviously this hasn't happened for the woman who's calling in, and that is, that it's completely understandable. But the reason why I've mentioned it before is because I've also seen it have a positive effect.
Yeah, and I have too. And I think also it's maybe just about routine, what they do. But I mean, I know that can be stressful as well. I'm trying to implement new routine in my life at the moment. It's very difficult, but they are an incredible gateway to new routine.
Yeah.
Which then becomes new patterns of thought, which then becomes new days and a new life. But don't hate yourself because that hasn't just happened straight away.
No, don't hate yourself. Every dog's different. Every situation's different. Maybe it's not the right time. And also dogs, like I say, I'm very lucky. I can afford to have 2 dogs. That is a fucking luxury, bro. These motherfuckers are expensive to insure. If anything goes wrong, it's fucking expensive if you're not insured. The food is expensive. Having a dog walker is expensive.
Yeah.
Claire, I want to set both me and Keats, I can say I know, want to just send you a massive amount of love and say that, there's definitely lessons to be learned from the experience. And I really hope that you can channel that in a way that benefits you, because you deserve it. What's before you go, Keats, because we are talking about dogs, yeah? Do you have a favourite memory of you and Zeddy?
Oh, yeah. The Highlands with my dad and my brother.
Go on. I want all details. I want to feel it. I want to smell it. I want to see it.
You're so sweet. That's such a sweet thing to ask me at the end. It was amazing because it's a big deal for me to even still be doing things like this with my Scottish family. I wasn't going to bring the dog, but in the Highlands, every hotel's like, and what dog bed would you like? Like, they expect it. People go on dog walking holidays there, Jordan. It's like a freedom. She'd weirdly been to Hampstead Heath like 2 weeks before for Phoebe's birthday, and she was like, whatever this is fucking great. By the time we got to the Highlands, I've just never seen such joy within a being. She loved it. And my dad.
Off the lead, just running around.
Running up mountains, 3,000 foot up in the sky. She was like, and she looked good in the surroundings.
Really complimentary colours.
Really. It was a dream. And it was really nice because my dad, again, how dogs can heal and help. My dad and my brother Louis, they lost their dog Lyra. She passed away 2 years ago.
Lyra is a great name for a dog. Was it named after Lyra from His Dark Materials?
Yeah.
Oh my God, the dream.
And I just knew that Zeddy would give them a little bit of that love they haven't had for a minute. And they loved her. They call her Zedo. So it's deep. Thank you for asking me that question.
No, I genuinely wanted to know. I'm now gonna revel in the thought of dogs climbing mountains, man. What a vibe.
That's a great thought to end on. Thank you everyone for this Blue Peter hybrid, Miss Me hybrid today, which I very much enjoyed.
Mimi, what have you got to say? Hey, Mimi.
We do need a real dog bark. Our dogs are so bloody well behaved, we don't even have a bark.
I wish you could see, you know what I might do? I might break the rules quickly for the end.
What are you going to do? Oh my God, you're going to spin the camera to the other side of the room. Whoa,
Spiky.
dude.
Spiky.
Hello, Spike. You can't not be in this episode, you
Spiky.
gorgeous hound, you.
What are you saying?
You're such a hound.
What are you saying?
Yes, tail. Your tail's with us. That was so fun. I love that. Like, fuck it. Flip the switch. Turn the camera. It's up to me to pick next week's Listen Bitch theme. It's basically between addiction or romance.
Oh, addiction would be fucking great. Romance is too vague.
Oh, interesting. So let's do addiction, because I'd also like to talk about the history of the classification of drugs. So let's do addiction. The theme, why don't you say it? The theme for next week's Listen Bitch is...
addiction.
That's fucking right. Let's not pretend we're not all addicts.
We're all addicts, baby.
We will see you next week. We're all addicts, baby. I love that.
I'm addicted to talking.
I think that's quite good. That we've never named an episode so quickly, but I like we're all addicts, baby.
100%.
100%. The number to send your voice notes to is 08000 30 40 90. Oh yeah, no, I need to say this. An unfortunate side note. The food has not gone down well with Jordan. He doesn't care what anyone had for their dinner, it turns out. I've loved him. I've really enjoyed pumpkin curry and Taco Bell, but that's okay. We're going to stop doing that now. I'm sorry, everyone.
But if enough people email BBC Sounds, you and your mum can have Kitchen Bitch. Which is the third episode of Miss Me, available every week, where everyone can fucking ring in and tell people about their food.
No thanks, Miss Me's exhausting. I'm not doing Kitchen Bitch as well. Is there anything you want to ask the audience to let us know about themselves? Because I just think it's nice to have a bit of intimacy.
I'd like to thank the audience for telling us their life paths.
Oh yeah, that was quite fun.
I'd like to thank them for doing that, because why not, man? Numerology's a vibe, bruv.
True say. Okay, I'll see you next week, you big fucking addict. That's good.